Hey everyone, Dusty here. Today I'm going to show you how to get in and out of your wetsuit and some tips to go along with that. Okay, so first of all, you'll want to keep your wetsuit inside out when you're not wearing it. This is just because the inside of the wetsuit is much more durable than the outside of the wetsuit, and it'll prevent you from getting any cuts in your wetsuit. So here you can see me, I'm starting to put the wetsuit on, and you'll notice that I'm inching it up little by little. And you'll want to make sure that you're pulling as much of the wetsuit fabric up high onto your legs as you can. So you can see here I'm working it up onto my hips, pulling it up little by little. And remember when you're putting it on that you want to use the pads of your fingers and not your fingertips to pull up the wetsuit. This will just help you to avoid any unnecessary tears and cuts in your wetsuit. If you have long fingernails, you might even want to consider wearing some gloves. As you can see, it's nice and tight, and I'm ready to move on to the upper body. So same thing as the lower body. I will start with one arm and slowly start to inch my way up as well. I want to get as much of the fabric up into my shoulders as I can, just so I have increased shoulder mobility. And for those of you that struggle with putting your arms or legs through the wetsuit, just grab a plastic bag and put it around your feet or put it around your hands, and it'll just help your arms or legs slide through the wetsuit much easier. So you can see here I'm gonna have lots of fabric up near my shoulders, so all that inching up on the legs and the arms did its job, and I'm gonna have some really great shoulder mobility. All that's left for me is to zip up the back. You may need someone to help with this. Then I like doing some stretching and maybe some arm swings just to make sure everything's fitting right. So we're not done yet. This is an important second step, and this is what's called body glide. And as you can see, I'm putting it on my wrists, and I'm also putting it on my ankles for faster exit out of my wetsuit, but you can also use it for chafing. If your wetsuit's rubbing on your neck, you can put it on your neck to prevent some of that chafing. Now taking off the wetsuit, you'll want to get it down to your waist as you're running towards your transition area. And here's one little tip for you: when you have one arm remaining, take off your swim cap and goggles, and you can actually trap them in your remaining wetsuit arm, and they'll be there until you pick them up after the race. So just pretend I'm at my bike now, and I'm going to finish taking off my wetsuit. You can step on each of the legs and pull it right off. If I had used more body glide, it would have been a little bit easier. And that's it. Those are some pretty basic tips on how to get in and out of your wetsuit. Just remember not to rush when putting on your wetsuit, and inch it up a little bit at a time so that you'll have lots of the material up near your shoulders, and you'll actually be able to reach up your arm without your wetsuit holding you back. And if you have any questions about anything wetsuit related, just ask away in the comments and I'll get back to you. And like always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe for more everything running, triathlon, and nutrition related.